Various panel discussions involving the BRICS Business Council members have been held here at the Sandton Convention Centre. Earlier on, I spoke to the chair of South Africa BRICS Business Council, Busisiwe Mabuza, on the trade outlook between BRICS partners. Take a listen.
So what we've seen is that the trade amongst the BRICS nations has increased over the past 10 years at a compound growth rate of 7% per annum. South Africa would, of course, like to see the composition of the trade basket change, because at the moment, for us, it's commodity heavy, and therefore it shows up in the trade balances against us. We would like to see more value-added goods being traded with our partner countries.
One of the biggest talking points, at least this year we know, is the expansion of BRICS. Now, is there a framework in place to accommodate, because we know there's at least 40 countries that have expressed interest to be members of the BRICS. Is there a framework in place to accommodate this expansion? And if yes, how does it look like?
So not one that has been shared with business. Instead, government asked us to give them input on what variables we would consider important if they were to consider new partners. We as South Africa would probably support the nations that are looking to join, if of course there is a fit and if it talks to the framework that the governments have agreed to.
Let's talk about another huge talking point this year, and that's of course to do with the new development bank funding and lending in local currency. When you look at this bank, which was created in 2015, how do you rate it now?
And it seems to me that they have been able to implement a fairly well diversified portfolio of investments, diversified geographically, diversified sectorally, even though, of course, their mandate is very sharply an infrastructure mandate. And now they are driving towards diversifying in terms of the counterparty exposure. Up to very recently, the new development bank restricted itself to sovereign-backed exposure only. Only now have they started taking on private sector clients, and their very ambitious targets is that within a very short space of time, 30% of their portfolio should be private sector facing.